You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
What's up, you bitch ass niggas? We back.
Don't talk.
It's week 4, 3.
Talk
3, 4.
to our listeners like that. Some of them are sensitive, and they will
Some.
kick you in the nuts in the streets.
Probably.
Vidrick, and I will point and laugh at you.
That's great. They can kick me in the nuts for free if they have a valid reason.
Nah, nigga, like they gotta pay for that shit, bro.
You gotta come to me with a real offense that you've heard on here.
Because if one of our fans is Adam Vinatieri and shit, and he has a reason to kick you in the nuts and comes through and kicks a 70-yard field goal with both your testicles, guess what, nigga? You're not gonna be walking for like at least 8 to 10 months. So you might want to put up a fee beforehand.
Thank God I don't know who that is.
He's like a Hall of Fame like field goal kicker, nigga. Like got rings.
So that mean he old. I beat his ass.
Nigga, he retired. He retired like yesterday. He ain't nothing but 40. Like, nigga.
That nigga good at catching, throwing, and kicking balls. Nigga, I'm good at fighting.
No, he's nothing. You good at hugging. Nigga, shut up.
I'm good at fighting.
You a hug fighter. You a huggy bear ass nigga.
I think I've adapted to a quote unquote hug fighter because of my newly found Brazilian jiu-jitsu knowledge. But me 10 years ago, nah, nigga, that's just squaring up all fists. Ain't no fucking, I'm kicking you in the fucking stomach and I'm punching you in the fucking face. Now, yeah, I might grab you by the arm and rip you up in 3 different ways before you hit the ground and you don't know how it happened. Now, yeah, but 10 years ago, I just punch you dead in your shit.
You hug yes, don't run into Triple G. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, don't try and hug Triple G. That shit ain't gonna work.
What's the fight? Is it MMA or is it boxing?
No, it's like, nigga, I got a problem with you. I caught you up in the street. What's good?
I'm just shooting that nigga. I ain't fighting him.
Like I said, you ain't gonna run up and try him up. You ain't gonna try him up, Triple G.
Nah. Like, why would I do that? I'm not even gonna get. He's not gonna get that close to me. If he got that big a problem with me, he's not getting that close to me.
Nigga, you smoke cigarettes and drink all day,
and that's why bullets travel faster than me.
If you trying to run, nigga, this the motherfucker that is built for this shit.
Like I said, that's why bullets travel faster than both of us. Nigga.
This nigga do 30 miles in the desert, nigga, with no shoes on a day, nigga, and that's before breakfast.
I had a hard time walking down a cobblestone road in Mexico, nigga. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nigga.
Can't do it.
But we back though. Hey, before we get back into the shit, who the fuck are you? Who I've been insulting for the past like 2 minutes because it just happens to be funnier this week. Who the fuck are you?
Sometimes you gotta insult each other to let people know that things are on the up and up and that they can trust the content they getting in their ear holes. Shout out to the orgasm that you will or will not have. Live from the house of the man with Desert Dick hanging in the halls of Valhalla. If you don't know, you won't know, bitch. From the womb to the tomb, I'm gonna be the motherfucking man always and forever. My name be Busy93. Some call me Busy Black. AKA, you know what it is. The motherfucking Kango Don, AKA Kwame Khalifa. Some call me Young Norm Hall. Or AKA the Carolina Toe Sucker. Young Busy Slice, RIP Kimbo. Young Grizzly Busy, if you know, you know. AKA Busy Terrence. I'll fart on you. He's Philip. Do not think he will hesitate to let his flatulence loose on you too. AKA Mr. Fact Check Yourself, because I may say something inflammatory on purpose by accident, because, you know, I just like to hear myself talk. AKA the Casual Sex Captain. AKA Mr. Lee Two Titty. Why? Because I'm fresher than a bag of new 50s. And I'm what? Because I'm clean. Yes, sir. AKA Mr. Fago with no ice. AKA Mr. Run Through Motherfucking Face. AKA Busy Water, because I spit on you from the nosebleeds while your grandparents watch you bomb at Little Caesars. You don't get another chance, and yes, these Slurpees are $7 million a piece. AKA my pull-out game strong. Stay 6 feet away. I don't want the Rona. Oh, yo, baby. AKA Mr. Knock Your IUD Out. Ask your girl. AKA Mr. Uninformed, because sometimes I told you I just like to hear myself talk, baby. AKA Mr. Throw the whole bitch away. Some call me the Sophisticated Jew, also known as Busy Soulja, or Lil Big Shot, or the Tiki Torch Nazi Daughter Slayer. You dig what it is. I'm gonna take you back to 05, or was it 04, or was it 06? Who cares? Because my name is Busy Wallace. You know what that means? I'm dark like Ben, but I'll slap you like she. This ain't no light skin game, bitch. We professionals. AKA Muhammad Clay. Muhammad motherfucking Clay. I should correct myself. Because I'm what? The walking contradiction. And also known as the distinguished degenerate. But if you never did know and you wasn't paying attention to the last minute, then you can catch me in my lab coat at your nearest COVID vaccine center as Captain Dr. Science. I'm giving them out for free, but we selling them in the back. You dig?
Half price. Deep.
Hey, we give them out for free in the front. We give them that real in the back.
You feel me? That no
Never
cut.
know. Nigga might want to come for a vaccine and some fentanyl.
Ooh, the fentanyl vaccine cut.
It's good. I got your overdose accessories, nigga.
New cooks. You know what I mean? And hailing from the home of bitch and tequila, 50 cent margaritas and cartel dealings. A1 on the mic, motherfucking Jose Ortega, aka Joe Banano, smoking Cohiba blunts at the Copacabana, getting better every week. AKA Tequila Papi, but you already knew that. AKA Martin Quarantino, AKA all Jews and white people owe me money. Why, Mr. 93rd?
Thievery amongst what's known the culture, I think. Am I right?
These Steve and Danny Ocean looking motherfuckers. AKA the dopest thing since fentanyl cut hair rhyme. Hey, matter of fact, we changing up. The dopest thing since fentanyl vaccine cut hair rhyme. Hey. AKA Joey Lefres. AKA the pod guy. AKA Little O. You know what I'm saying? Singles coming soon, you dig? AKA me and your girl point and laugh at you and Busy Spit hit you at Little Caesars and your grandfather's having a heart attack and I just spilled my $7 million Slurpee on your grandmother's white dress and she having a stroke on the floor. But you know what I'm saying? That's a bad night for you. Who cares? AKA the next revolutionary immigrant. AKA I'm God, bitch, you not. There's whole, there's fly guy, and then there's pod guy. Praise the Holy Trinity, you is. AKA the reason your girl has whiplash. AKA Overtime Ortega. AKA Tony juggling the motherfucking speakerphone. AKA 2020 Space Ghost from coast to coast. You know what I mean? AKA I already said that one. The Improper Disciple. AKA Debo, yo, AKA Rolly in its faces, but I ain't got it on the day, but I'm always still tasteless. You feel me? AKA Tito Lee. AKA Watch the Irresponsible, you dig. AKA this is one of my favorite ones. Zay Mysterio coming from the top ropes on your bitch ass. AKA the Kush Crusader. AKA Healthy and Married COVID's free, you dig. And AKA one of my personal favorite, the Petronome. In this episode 139, Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media, we back in this bitch. Zion making dunks, good shit. Fuck the Lakers, what's good?
Oh, this little whore is mad. Look at him. Mad at the Lakers about to crush everybody in the West and the East, no matter the trades they make. He's so hurt. Look at him. Look at his face, y'all. Look at him. You see him?
Y'all got another one, nigga. I can't even hate, nigga, because I would say that the Nets would come through and bust y'all ass at some point in time because they got KD and shit. But Kyrie ain't showed up to a game in like 6 games. So
didn't Kyrie just get fined like $1 million for going to a party?
Pretty much in total, it's like 817,000.
Yeah, it's like 1.1 million or something.
He missed 2 games. Yeah, he missed 2 games pretty much. Yeah, 2 games. And it's like $400,000 a piece, that salary that he had to give away. And then they charged him another 50 bands for the going to the party and shit and not following the rules.
How lit was this party? Is there any details on the party? Because that's the only thing to explain an $800,000 loss. Is there any video on the party?
I ain't seen no video on the party. Believe me, nigga, I've looked. I've tweeted Kyrie specifically like, nigga, I need you to show up to practice, nigga. I'm not even a Nets fan, bro. I just need you to show up to practice.
That boy more hungover than me last week.
Bro, look, man. All I'm saying is, if Kobe was alive, he wouldn't see such fuckery from Kyrie Irving. That nigga was like his dad. He was whipping him and shit. Yes, he was. Kyrie was not acting an ass when Kobe Bryant was alive because anytime that nigga acted a nut, and they had took off his belt and he went over there and whooped his ass, no matter where the fuck ever he was. Rest in peace to the GOAT. And then Kyrie acted right.
Well, is it not known that children can sometimes act out when their parent isn't there?
Yes. Like, you absolutely right.
Sometimes you better go to a party that costs you $1 million.
Nigga,
that nigga's like 25. Practice. That nigga's like 25. Give him a break.
Look, fam. This is the moment right now. To me, it's like
I was still stupid at 25.
I believe wholeheartedly Kyrie Irving hates LeBron James.
Huh?
I believe wholeheartedly Kyrie Irving hates LeBron James. And I like that he hates LeBron James. My thing is, if you hate the nigga that much, show him the fucking practice and the work so you can actually go ahead and beat the nigga. If you don't do that, the nigga gonna keep winning and you never gonna have a chance to beat this nigga and then you gonna be mad forever. That's just math.
Okay, so then that begs the question, what type of hatred is it? Is it the hatred where I hate you because I want to beat you? Or is it I hate you because, nigga, how you treated me on them teams when we was together, nigga, was kind of shitty. And I'm kind of the reason you won that one championship and you never really gave me my credit.
I think both of those would equate to me as a competitor would equate to me. I'm going and work every day to specifically do one thing. I don't give a fuck. I could be playing Phoenix tonight. I'm thinking about beating your ass. When I'm putting a smack on these niggas, I'm thinking about you.
I don't know why.
Like that's that type
niggas,
of shit.
Just hear me out. Niggas that believe in the flat earth theory, I feel like are a lot calmer than the rest of us. So you gotta throw that in there from good measure. LeBron, much as people know that his hairline has disappeared and come back like Casper the Ghost, we all know there is a brain in that weirdly haired growing head. And yeah, it's taken care of by a great bar. He puts a lot of money in his head. Gotta give it to him. But that sounded
why not?
But either way. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm about to be worth $1 billion. You think I'm willingly going ball? Nigga, fuck you.
Not when you're 36, no.
I'm
36, nigga.
Nigga, even when I hit,
shout out to my nigga Mark.
Real shit, that shit was funny.
And RDC World, I love them niggas.
Stop throwing the ball.
I'm not Thanos, nigga. Damn.
I just beat the Warriors. Like,
barely, nigga.
What? That's what Kyrie, but it's like, hey, whatever. I'm just saying, show up to work. That's it. Show up to work. Because realistically, this is like the one moment. Like I tweeted out about the trade and shit. I was like, you know what? I kind of feel bad for KD. Because your flat Earth man. Because this is the moment, and I can't stand this nigga for the fact that he left. That's some bitch shit. But here's the thing.
He shouldn't have came to begin. To be honest, he should have never went there. Let's be clear. He should have never went to the Warriors. The Warriors had equal chance of winning without him. He just stepped it up to take care of spacing out LeBron more. That's the only thing that saved him.
Yeah, and it realistically didn't make sense for him to go anywhere else to try and win a championship. Like if you leaving to win a championship, leave for a sure thing.
Right, they was the obvious dynasty, nigga.
Yeah, but like, don't leave for like another team where it might take you 4 years to get there.
You ain't trying to leave and rebuild again, nigga.
Yeah, that's just dumb. You might as well stay where you at. You know what I'm saying? So he left.
That's why LeBron left.
But it's like he left on some bitch shit because he's like, Draymond called me a bitch and Steve Kerr told me I have to play aggressive. But whatever. Only thing,
is that why Steve Kerr was trending the other night? Because they was talking about his coaching style was too aggressive for he was coaching them like he still had the greats he had before this, and it's too much pressure for the young niggas. Nah, some stupid shit I seen. Y'all young niggas can't be that. Niggas under 25 cannot be that soft, dog. I don't believe it.
Dog.
I don't believe
All
it.
I'm saying is,
especially now if you're in the NBA, like
respect the ring. I'm gonna say this is not a sports podcast, but I'm gonna say this: respect the ring. That nigga got like 6 pots. That nigga got like what? 7 rings. Like,
yeah,
respect
including
that man.
His own, yeah.
Yes, including coaches and like and playing, nigga. Respect that man, nigga. I don't give a fuck what he say, nigga. That nigga say we gonna run. We gonna run all the way from fucking Oakland down to motherfucking LA, and we gonna run back, nigga, today, nigga. As a team.
So we do, we warriors, nigga.
It's like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna be the first nigga in line. Like, shit, Steph, I guess we running today, my nigga. Like this shit gonna suck. Because why not? You seen the niggas win.
Yeah.
It ain't like these niggas didn't just win like they won like 30 years ago. They won 4 years, like 3 years ago.
Okay, but time out though. If the team keeps crumbling, that's how you turn Steph Curry into James Harden, who was turned into Rick Ross. Which is also kind of why they were like, all right, you're not going to stop doing what you're doing, nigga. You might as well go to New York. You fly to New York every other week anyway. You might as well just go to New York, stay there, nigga. Like, why not?
I feel James Harden for wanting to leave.
I feel him too. I feel it too. I 100% feel why James Harden left. I just don't get why the Rockets let him go, other than being tired of James Harden wanting to be James Harden.
Because I tell you why. Because fucking John Wall of Blood, he ain't playing that shit. And he just called the whole team pussies on the fucking commentary post game and shit. Yes, nigga, I'm gonna see you in practice tomorrow. I'm gonna beat your ass. What you mean? The fuck you saying like?
I missed that part.
We not good. Like James Harden, like straight up was like, we not good enough. We not good enough to compete for a championship. And this think it's clear. I done give it everything that I could. The people who saying otherwise, nigga, they just
that nigga be putting up 50 points with a hangover, my nigga. Like, come on, dog. That nigga be on it and still don't be winning. It's embarrassing.
Anyway, bro. I think the only person to score more points and lose is Bradley Beal. So and I feel bad. I feel worse for that nigga because that nigga's face be so shitty. Every week I see a picture of Bradley Beal, and if you're not a sports nigga, go on Twitter and just hashtag Bradley Beal and just follow that hashtag for about a week. You're gonna see about 6 or 7 different outlooks of this nigga's face where he done scored 177 points by himself, every rebound, and got 42 blocks, and no assists whatsoever. And they still lost by 35. Like his face is not happy. It's sad. It's very much depressing. But it's hilarious because they just let the shit happen.
Bradley Beal is a national treasure for all the wrong reasons. He's like Greg Oden in 03.
that nigga needs to be
all the promise, none of the payoff.
That nigga needs to be on the Warriors, nigga. Like, if I'm him, I tell that nigga, like, look, fam, let me go play for another team. Don't even trade me. I'll go play for somebody else for free. Like, I'm good.
Like, I'm a free agent team for free just because you want to get away from them niggas. That's sad.
Nigga, he a free agent at the end of the year. So it's like, what you saying? Like, all right, cool, nigga. I'm just gonna say I'm already rich. So say, fuck this last little 15 million. Like, fuck this little last 15 million. I'll go play somewhere else for free, where I want to be, and we can win. I'm sick of this shit.
Perfect segue into my next shit. I got one more after this sports shit. But you've seen Lil Melo done put up a triple-double or whatever team. That could have been our triple-double, dog. I ain't see nobody on the Twitter station talking about that. I ain't overheard nobody in the chatty house talking about that. I ain't seen nobody on the gram or the snap talking about that. That triple-double was supposed to go to the Pistons.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this straight.
And I don't have faith in any one of them niggas. But I know they can all play basketball. And goddamn it, we needed him.
Look. I was saying it out of likeliness when he was a little kid and his brothers were like the main prospects and Lonzo was coming up. I'm like, the little one's gonna be the best one. And everybody's like, how you figure that? Because his big brothers are like really good now and he's playing basketball with them. He's going to mature.
Got 3 examples ahead of him as to what to do and not to do.
Exactly. And one of them actually legit made it to the league for real. You know what I'm saying? Even though
all
it
of
is
them
like
made it, but not all
Lonzo,
of them.
I will give him, he legit made it. Like, he went through the college route, didn't bullshit, and he was talented enough to actually get drafted high that year. I'm not going to take that away from him. Now, do I think he's a current NBA bust? Absolutely. But outside of that, he did it the right fucking way. I ain't gonna take that away from him. Lil bruh went over and bought the team that he played for, like overseas. Stung on these niggas one time.
Yeah, gangster shit. Gotta salute it.
One of the shit with them niggas was like, we going back. I'm coming back in this bitch. Fuck college. I done made my money and I own that shit overseas. Gangsta on this bitch. Yeah, this nigga know how to ball. Comes out, triple dubs. He ain't got to score off the rip right now. Jordan ain't asking him to do that. They like, yo, go out there, be Jason Kidd. Be what your brother could not be. And he's like, I got you every night. And good for that young man.
He could have been that.
Good for that young man.
He could have been that for the Pistons.
No, it wouldn't have been that, dog. I don't wish that upon nobody.
We need a team, man.
You know what the Pistons are? I'm gonna keep this a real hot take. I don't give a fuck who hears it or feels a way about it. The Pistons are the shitty are the least credited Knicks. Period. More championships than the Knicks. Actually, better history than the New York Knicks. But are actually just as shitty down like
the Nets just have a better squad now. If you take out Kyrie, KD,
the Knicks have been living on off their 2 championships that they won in the fucking 70s for the since
no, it's not the Knicks. It's the fans. The fans of the Knicks have been yelling about that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, my point is this: when the Pistons are good, just like when the Knicks are good, they're really good.
We got championships in different decades. I don't want to hear it. Y'all had y'all two in the same decade. I don't want to hear it. We got championships in like 3 different decades, nigga. Like
2. And that's barely over the 2 limit.
What was the first one? 94?
No, 3.
93 and
89, 89, 90, and then 04.
So that's 3 decades. 89, 90, and 04. I knew it was
3. But back-to-backs. I don't really count it. But anyway, like regardless, more champions. Like the Knicks only got 2.
If that's the case, then Jordan didn't repeat.
Pistons got 3. But regardless, is the downtimes are really, 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 really down. And when they're really, 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 really down, it should tell you something. The culture is absolutely treated as. And it's like, nigga, do you really wish a good player to go to motherfucking Detroit? No. Why? Because they're gonna end up being a shitty player. Christian Wood's numbers were shitty as fuck in Detroit. This year, he's averaging 22 and fucking 10.
That's another one that broke my heart.
Chris Middleton. We had Chris Middleton. We actually had this nigga on the squad. What is this doing? What is this nigga doing? He's the fucking Batman holding fucking Giannis's bag every fucking night and giving this nigga 24, 8, and 4. So
that's been our problem, though.
Nigga,
we don't have
you happen to be a good player, don't mean you go and perform good. Which is,
but that talks about the management. Like the management, just like with the Lions, is the problem. I seen they just replaced the general manager. I'm not trying to go off into football, but I seen
Lions shit is ownership. That's ownership.
I think that's the problem with the Pistons.
That's all the way at the top.
I think it goes down to coaching and ownership for the Lions. It goes down to coaching and ownership for the Pistons. I don't keep up with hockey, so I don't know how they look. I don't keep up with baseball.
I just know that the Red Wings used to be good, now we're not. Like that's all.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
And we used to be great. Now we're just like.
But but you know what? You know what though? You know what I can get a Red Wings credit for? Just as this is some Detroit shit. Just as a Detroit native, every year I hear the Red Wings working on something. If they have to change it, if something's fucked up, they got to change the captain. They got to change the manager. They always trying to reconstruct and change something to make the team as good as it can be for that season.
Well,
Pistons and the Lions do not do that.
Yeah, but the Red Wings are like the fucking Boston Celtics of hockey, though. Like we got all the championships.
I mean, but that's kind of what helps us out. That's what helps us out in the sports conversation, though, is the Red Wings.
I'm about to say, like when you talk about the Red Wings being winners in decades, they've won Stanley Cups in like 10 different decades.
Yeah, and multiple
different
decades
in a row. Like we had a couple of these shits in a row. Like so, I'm just saying. For the Red Wings, they're always going to be irrelevant to talk about in that realm and spectrum because of how many championships they had. Even when Boston was bad and LA, the Lakers were bad, the Knicks are bad now. You know what I'm saying? But people still talk about these teams and give them the credit because they're historic. They're historic franchises. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why
I guess that's why you gotta kind of give it the pass, but it's still no excuse for bad management. But moving on to my last sports topic, what do you think? We weren't even supposed to start with sports, but if
I'm
you
cool
tune
with it,
into this, I know you are, but if you tune into this podcast this week and it's your first time listening, you would have no idea that we talk about hip hop. But we get into that. Yeah, we still kind of made it hip hop. But nigga, we hip hop. If you don't see the hip hop in it, it's on you. But my last topic for sports at least is how you feel about your boy Barkley making that drunk ass statement last night.
Which drunk ass statement?
That's already a problem. Which drunk
I'm
ass
about to say
statement?
like him and Shaq just be talking bullshit sometimes. So it's like
Bro, this
so
nigga had to been lit last night.
And I watched both games. So this is like you gotta be specific.
I didn't watch either, but I saw this clip. This nigga said, motherfucker. Matter of fact, I'll just go to it and play it for you. That'll probably do a whole lot better justice for us. It's just this nigga telling you himself.
What, Sir Charles?
Sir Charles. I do believe that Sir Charles. I really hope
that during the March Madness this year, this is like one of the things I look forward to every year is the Capital One commercials with Spike Lee, Chuck, and Samuel Jackson. I always look forward to those. Them shits is funny as hell.
Well, I don't know if he'll be in this year's. Listen to this.
Don't tell me, bro.
Yeah. 300 million shots. I'm giving 1,000 to some NBA players. What about NFL? NFL. I'm just getting ready to say NFL players, hockey players. Listen, as much taxes as these players pay. Let me repeat.
All right. So after those technical difficulties, George will handle that. This is what I was trying to play for you niggas before I was so rudely interrupted by my AT&T connection.
I don't know. That's a tough call. People. I know. I'm not. We're talking at the front of the line. We need 300 million shots. I'm giving 1,000 to some NBA players. What about NFL? NFL. I'm just getting ready to say NFL players, hockey players. Listen, as much taxes as these players pay. Let me repeat that. As much taxes as these players pay, they deserve some preferential treatment. For life and death? Yes. The amount of money you make. No. I said taxes. I didn't say the amount of money you make. But that's taxes. I'm saying the amount of taxes these guys pay. We can't go there. I don't think you could.
Fuck wrong with you, man? When we gonna get this nigga off TV, bro?
Never.
No,
you know why?
See, look.
You know why? Because Draymond's still playing. When Draymond retire, then we can get rid of Chuck and we can put Draymond in Chuck's chair and the balance continues.
No. First off, I'm not gonna let you disrespect Draymond Green like that.
Draymond is a way more intelligent Charles Barkley.
Right. So when we gonna get Charles Barkley to fuck off TV? This nigga, if he's not trying to fight Shaq, he's drunk and rambling about a team winning that's never gonna win. If it's not that, it's some bullshit like this. The fuck you mean players should get preferential treatment for the vaccine just because they pay so much in taxes? Charles Barkley is the only rich nigga that's been rich for decades that still tries to act like he got his ear to the streets, whose ear ain't been past the fucking cabana. Nigga, what the fuck? His shit ain't, what they call them shits, his shit ain't been past the cul-de-sac in 3 decades, nigga. Like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Because the buffets are too good out there. He's not leaving nowhere where buffets aren't good.
I know what it's like to live in the cul-de-sac. I ain't tripping. I'm just saying, when you out of touch, nigga, you out of touch.
That's where you're comfortable.
That's where everybody should be comfortable, nigga. I think that's where any nigga that grew up in the hood and then he moves to it. Yes, he's comfortable. He should be. To some degree, he's earned it.
I mean,
he's gonna live a little
nigga.
longer. No, you not. You in fucking redneck country. I guess right now that's the most dangerous place to be. But you Mexican and you got your papers. You'll be all right.
I'm getting in shootouts with Proud Boys, nigga.
Like I said, you got your papers.
Real,
be all right.
real
ain't even gonna talk
real
to you.
immigrant revolutionary shit.
You talk mad proper and you got paperwork. You be all right. At the worst, they just gonna kill your car.
I just use big words and shit, and it confuses niggas. That's why I use them.
Well, any nigga carrying around, Confederate flag or some shit, kind of already tells you he's a loser amongst introduction. Yeah. But anyway, a lot like Charles Barkley, loser ass niggas. I just think that nigga Charles needs to shut the fuck up. But moving on.
Charles shouldn't talk about political things, just like motherfucking Lil Wayne shouldn't talk about anything other than rap.
What did he do?
No, I'm just saying, like, people shouldn't ask Lil Wayne questions about anything other than rap.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but that's a known thing to people in the hip hop culture. We all know.
Look, man,
you don't
they
ask
was asking a lot. They was
asking
every player. It was asking every player after every post game and in the middle of the games how they felt about how the new league protocols for the NBA as far as handling like the COVID procedures and health protocols and shit. And every player who talked between the post game and halftime about that shit. Look, fam, how about stick to the game? I'm not gonna put that all on Charles. I'm gonna put 10%.
Preferential treatment? You're not gonna put that on Charles?
I'm gonna put 10%. No, I'm gonna put 10% of this on the program directors for having these niggas set up to ask these questions to these players, because these niggas are going into here thinking about the game. Some of these niggas
wasn't asking nobody a question. He was talking to Ernie, Kenny, and Shaq when he said that. He wasn't talking to a player.
No, but this shouldn't be something that they should be like having a discussion about, like it matters that much anyway. The game.
I mean, nigga, in Oregon, they just said the vaccine.
So like I said, 10% is on the program, niggas.
The vaccine not even supposed to be going to NBA players. First off, y'all not the most important. You're not.
You don't even care about it. The game, nigga.
So the shit that's flying out his face to begin with is stupid.
When I turn on the game, nigga, I don't want to see or think about none of the extra bullshit that's going on in the political atmosphere.
Okay, but if one of them niggas got COVID, you ain't got a choice. Your favorite player got COVID. If your favorite player got COVID, you ain't got a choice.
Look, nigga, there's mad players that got COVID. You just kind of got to deal with it. But you just looking at the game and enjoying the beauty
they wouldn't have fired.
Look, nigga, shut the fuck up.
They wouldn't have fired Kyrie that $1 million. If it didn't matter,
rules.
Right? Because it mattered.
Yes, it matters, nigga. But what I'm saying is to the consumer, motherfucker, you are enjoying the essence of the game. Matters. You not trying to like bring in the extraness of the economic. But look, fam, we wanted to get away from that bullshit during the entire pandemic. That's when the bubble happened, and we enjoyed it so much. And then when the bubble period is over, now it's like, all right, now we talking about.
I was just telling
politics. We talking about politics, economics, everything else, and all this shit on top of the game, nigga.
I don't think that's what. I think you making what Charles was saying a little deeper than it was. I don't think Charles was going that deep. I think Charles just said some stupid shit talking about rich niggas deserve preferential treatment because they rich. That's what he said. He said because NBA players and NFL players pay so much money in taxes, they deserve to get access to the vaccine first if they want it or not. Okay, so what about the billionaires before them that deserve? Since we're talking about who pays more, well, most billionaires don't even pay taxes, so we didn't even talk about that. They going first off the rip. They going first off the rip. You ain't even got to question it. They going first. If we going off of this logic, they going first and nobody even know it. Jeff Bezos and them already got it. Elon Musk already got it. They just can't tell nobody yet. So if we going off tax bracket, bro, how stupid do you sound as a 60-something-year-old black man talking about some, I deserve this because I did this? What? Nigga, who paid you the last 30 years? The fuck is you talking about?
Don't you think that they would feel that way?
I don't.
Don't you think that they would?
I don't think most of them niggas do feel that way. No. I don't think most NBA players that we know come from the places they come from think that because they pay so much in taxes that they deserve to get something like a vaccine. Most of them deserve to get the vaccine over the people that are helping people sick with the fucking thing. I don't think most players believe that. No matter what level of dumb jock you want to call a nigga, I don't think most of them believe that. Just
so
because
you
they come from where they come from.
You couldn't understand this. Feel me out. Check me. All right. Most jobs where motherfuckers are required to travel to do it, whether it's sports, business, whatever, where you're required to travel, like plane, train, whatever. You have to go from state to state, country to country, whatever. Usually, you're making above the average, or working towards being the above average, making I guess tax bracket in America, which would be over $100,000 a year. Yeah, nigga. If I'm in that tax bracket, or if I'm, and especially if I'm higher on that, if I'm an entertainer, if I'm a basketball player, where I'm in a room or an arena or like mad
you
people
think that
around
should put
me
them
anyway,
in front of the line before
and then on top of that, I feel like it might not be the most ethical thing, I personally, but if it's like someone called and was like, yo, because of your tax bracket and the fact of how much you pay in taxes and that you're travel, and I wouldn't say like shouldn't matter that much, but the fact that you travel, that's the majority of your job. You travel.
Who the fuck are you as a basketball player compared to a fucking doctor in the hospital saving niggas' lives?
Nigga, they dumb motherfucker. They already got it, you stupid fuck. So why does it matter? Why are you talking about doctors? They had to get it.
No, all of them don't have it. That's the problem. Just because the vaccine is out, all doctors aren't vaccinated right now. Two doctors just died. They're not talking about that in the news. What are you talking about?
We talking about past doctors. I'm not even like doctors should already get it first anyway because they have to handle it. I'm not talking.
No,
like,
but I'm talking about what Charles said. Nigga, no, you see, you talking about how you would feel if you was an NBA player, and I get what you're saying. I'm talking about that stupid shit that Charles Barkley let come flying out his fucking face. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. That shit sounded dumb as hell.
Doctors.
He didn't say shit about doctors. He said people that pay more in taxes should be ahead of everybody else. That's what he said. Do you believe
if you're really good, and if you're a really good
doctor,
you above. First off, the motherfucker way I just I'm about
you
to say
a doctor, you are.
No,
in this situation,
no, because my point's still the same. I said if you making probably over $100,000 a year, which if you were like a legit doctor and shit, and those motherfuckers pretty make it close to
not
or
every
above,
doctor working with COVID is doing that, dog. That's
close to or above, like close to or above. So you in that same fucking place, and you're a doctor. You should definitely be the first. You should be the first people to get it. Period.
The doctors, not fucking basketball players. The doctors.
What I said. Doctors
I heard
first.
What you said.
Doctors
Everybody's
first. Tax bracket after that.
Right. No. Are you serious?
I can understand it.
Please put it in a different language. What you can understand how we put doctors first, but not the most high risk group after that. You put the niggas that make the most money in front of the niggas most at risk for the shit that the doctors got to take care of. What?
No, because you know why? Because I'm a real motherfucker, and I'll tell you this straight up, in all honesty. I believe in natural selection of life, and I'll tell you,
I do too. But I believe in anomalies as well, and I think this is an anomaly.
Like this is gonna sound fucked. This is gonna sound fucked up. Some people feel that it should be doctors and it should be elderly next. I definitely completely 1000%. Wait. I completely disagree with that. Because if we're going to say that there's a limited amount of a fucking vaccine and the people that we're going to say out the rip, where we're going to try and save out the gate are the people that are the oldest and most frail and liable to die from a multitude of diseases anyway, sounds dumb as fuck to me. Why even use it? If we're going to say we're going to use it on Mary Jane that was born in 1931, who is a high risk of COVID, but then like she could die literally on fucking Tuesday because she fell and slipped and broke her fucking hip walking up the stairs. and shit. That's a very limited line. Like that, like
So two
that shit
questions
shouldn't be
for
for
you.
nobody. Whether it should have went to somebody that should have been 45 years old at high risk with no matter what.
45 isn't high risk. The high risk is what? High risk is 60 to 75.
45 and high risk. Yeah, 45 and high. I said, old people don't matter no more. I'm like in this
Okay,
situation.
so
That's
then
the
I have to
selection.
ask you. Then I have to ask you these two questions. Then one,
In
why
this
didn't
situation
you
for life,
believe?
if we're going like some survival instincts in this, like
What?
we
Okay,
picking and chooses. Yeah,
let me.
like,
Okay. It might get that bad this year. Who knows, nigga?
that's what I'm saying. We gotta pick and
listen,
choose. Yeah.
listen though. So if you really believe that, then why when Trump came out and said we should just let herd immunity happen, which is basically what you just said. Let everybody that's gonna get it, and if you die, you die. And you come, and if you live through it, you live through it, and you go back to work, you do what you do, and you keep it pushing like that, or
That's
you
called
shut
choice.
down everything. No, it's called herd immunity, and it's a stupid fucking idea.
No,
because nigga, how would you feel if you were Susan? Do you not want to see? You don't have a grandmother right now, but if you had a living grandmother, would you not want to see her? The fuck is you talking about, dog? Like,
I would, but here's the thing, though. I'm one of those.
What are you talking about?
I'm one of those people that's. I'm realistic. The world is real.
Realistic
and my grandmother's
and cruel is two different things.
95, and my grandmother's 95 years. And my grandmother's 95
on this
years
side
old.
of this conversation.
And my grandmother's
Usually, this should be
95
me.
years. Because motherfuckers sound stupid. Because you want to, like, because motherfuckers want to break down every fucking, like, opinion that somebody has on some shit. I'm just trying to, I'm cutting Charles Barkley some fucking bail. I think it's dumb as fuck that they even asking this nigga this fucking question. But
no, that's overall, the one thing. I didn't watch it, but I didn't see the context leading up to him saying that. The whole video is just his response. So I
thought the whole night was fucking dumb. I felt like this whole weekend, if we're going to talk about anything that the NBA should have been focusing on, was nothing but MLK Day and inequality and that whole subject base. Matter of fact,
but Charles Barkley opened his fucking mouth.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving been fucking his ass, like walking around this bitch saying that's all he been trying to do and not showing up to work. God damn it, that should have been his main focus. If he should have been doing some shit, it should have been for
realistically,
that.
Yes. Right now, Kyrie Irving should be the biggest story in the
that's
NBA.
What the
right.
That's what them fucking. That's why I say I put some of that shit on the blame of the motherfuckers that's working, like writing what you should ask everybody and talk about during the postgame. Them niggas ain't deciding that shit. There's somebody in the room doing that shit. So I blame some of that on them because none of them motherfuckers.
You can't tell me that shit that flew out of Charles Barkley's face was scripted, nigga. When was the last time you seen Charles Barkley read?
Saying the subject base was within both games, post game, during, and after.
So they was talking about the same shit at each halftime, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, yo.
Okay. I didn't watch the whole shit. I saw
Stop asking Lil Wayne about politics.
I saw the headline shit. I didn't know.
Like, stop asking Lil Wayne about politics and all this shit. That nigga don't know nothing. Like he's a fucking coon anyway. Stop asking Charles Barkley economic questions. Like, nigga, stop it. I'm trying to cut this nigga bail and I'm sounding like an asshole.
You are.
But all I'm saying is, all in all, I'm letting old.
It's not me for once. I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
But I'm keeping it real. I'm sick of this shit, yo. Think about it. If motherfuckers was waking up from COVID and turning up into fucking zombies and shit, is you really gonna try and drag your 95-year-old grandmother across the world with you? No, you wouldn't. No, the fuck you wouldn't. The people would not. They would let They would let Mary Jane get fucking eaten, and you know you wouldn't. There wouldn't be shit you could do about it. And be real.
You would try to save your grandma to the very last moment, though. You would. If you knew your grandma was in a wheelchair and all you had was a 2-door Datsun to pick that bitch up in, you, your girl, and your grandmama, and your grandma been taking care of you your whole life, she is the weakest link. You might have to say goodbye.
Yes. You know why I'm saying
goodbye? That doesn't mean it's right.
You know why I'm saying goodbye?
That don't mean on the drive off, I'm going to be like, well, fuck grandma. Hey, it had to be one of us. Like,
you know what? Fuck that. Like, I have a 3-year-old. My 3-year-old isn't like she may not be able to run as fast as me, but she's small enough to where I can hold and run at a really good pace. I can't haul along an old lady or an old person and hold my kid and run at the same time from a zombie apocalypse. Couldn't happen. So guess what? In that event, old person would have to die, wouldn't they? And how bad would you feel? They got to see the world, their whole life actually got to be lived to a point to where it's like zombie apocalypse didn't happen.
That's what I asked you earlier. If you was Susan and you heard Charles Barkley saying that NBA players should get the vaccine before you, and your ass is 73 years old and you got whatever that might be a pre-existing condition, you might be like, hey, yo, go fuck yourself, Charles. What are you talking about, nigga? I done made $50,000 on a steady my whole life, bitch. I deserve just as much as some 23-year-old nigga putting a ball in a hoop, if not more. I done lived through more. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah. And exactly
I got more wisdom to give than this nigga.
And exactly what you said at the end. I done lived through more. Yep. A full life too.
Okay. So is 23 a full life? Niggas die at 23. And be ready to die. Be ready to die. Be ready to die and die. Okay, then why is 63 a real life? Why is 73 a real life? It's just a couple more decades.
Oh.
What you mean? Nigga, what's old? You feel old now. You 27. Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
Old. I'm not old though. Like I'm not.
But old. You are. You older than you were, and you can tell the difference when you run into it. You
but
old.
I feel like when you old is when you like the max level of Super Saiyan and wisdom. And I feel like I'm not there.
So why would you kill your Super Saiyan god? Huh?
Cause I can't move, nigga. Like, man, shit. If I'm
not
old,
a Super
I can't
Saiyan,
move. I said in wisdom, nigga.
Right.
I didn't say
you can't have Super Saiyan wisdom without the age. Now, how you get to that level without getting there? If it's just supposed to be, oh well, if it happened, whatever.
Because you can be wise as fuck.
Fuck grandma, fuck granddad.
Because most people, when they wise as fuck, they frail as fuck because they're old as fuck, nigga.
Yeah.
That's my point. By the time most people are at their wisest, they're 70s, they're 75s, they're late 60s, them 80s, nigga. They frail. You can't. There's very, 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 very few people who've gotten into that shape to where they're still like in prime. Like, you know what? Them niggas, you can see them niggas live lasting for another 15 years. And being like, when you see like
birthday every day,
when you see like a buff ass 70-year-old.
I think you thinking of some old white dude that's like buff at like 80.
I say rare, nigga.
I don't think it's that rare.
On TV,
I don't think it's that rare. I'm not talking about TV. I don't think it's that rare. I think there are a lot of old people that take care of themselves. That's how the fuck they got old. Nigga. Everybody just don't be old, nigga.
Oh, nigga. Yes, you do be old, nigga. What the fuck?
How many niggas do we know that have died between the ages of 15 and 25? Just between the two of us, it's at least a dozen. Stop it.
Different stories, though. That's occupational hazard.
We talk about worldwide, though. But we talking about worldwide.
You talking about occupational hazard versus a pandemic, nigga.
It's not always occupational hazard.
Most of the time, it was.
Not all the time, though.
You know, between 15 and 25, and like between 15 and 25, male or female, that actually died of like some type of fucking disease, like cancer or like leukemia.
Like 4.
Versus the how many people that got shot down on some bullshit.
More, but
still. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Okay,
but then that can't. Okay, so you didn't live long enough to get the wisdom to make you the Super Saiyan then. Yeah. So that doesn't mean you lived the full life.
That's like that. I said you didn't get to live the full life.
Okay, and not only that, but that's
the
also
chance
assuming,
to get that wisdom.
Time out. That's also assuming that every old person.
Because you can still be a dumbass nigga when you're 85 years old, but you had the chance to gain that wisdom, though.
Like I said, that's assuming. This is all under the guise assuming that every old person is smart, and that's just not the truth. What is the truth, though? Every old person made to being old because they have regrets. Regrets equal fear. Fear means at some point you sat your ass down and was like, nah, not right now. Not for me.
I think I'm done. I'm done being an asshole trying to defend Charles Barkley. So
I'm surprised you did it, honestly.
I tried so hard, bro. I tried so hard.
I was trying to think of my own angle earlier,
so
like
hard.
how can I devil's advocate this shit? And I'm like, I can't.
You know what?
So salute
that
to
probably
you.
was
You did a
my
good
most
job.
professional moment. Nah, that was my most professional moment. I reached into a bag that wasn't mine for that. I reached into a bag that was not mine for that. But some of the things I do believe.
I tried to find one.
Some of the things when I said I do believe, like I'm not dragging my fucking old ass grandma and my kid. Like
I believe it.
I made that choice.
I know what you meant. I'm saying,
like,
you know. Anyway.
But I personally don't believe that basketball players should get the vaccine first. I actually believe poor people should get it first because they're the majority. But
now, see.
Yeah.
See. I don't even think poor people should get it first.
Huh?
I don't even think poor people should get it first. As a poor person, I don't think poor people should get it first.
Why not? Poor people are the majority of the United States. Wouldn't it make sense to give the majority actually the vaccine first?
Yeah, same thing with the most high risk and giving it to doctors first. It makes the most sense. But how many of these poors actually contribute?
I mean,
let's say out of 100%, 75 to 82% actually do something. They actually trying to not be impoverished.
See where you're going.
That other 12 to 15% is they just don't want to be shit.
Exactly into you're going right into the Republican hole. You're going right into the Republican hole. Because like, you're going right to that same hole. You are right to that hole.
No, that's what okay. I'm just
I did go into the Republican hole, and it was it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. But that same thing what you're saying is a Republican hole of saying like that's when motherfuckers start choosing what races start to get the shit. And it's like, all right, yeah.
That's a little too hard to do these days though. You gotta tune it a little more. It can't just be black, white, brown. You gotta tune it. You gotta make it essential worker, private sector, corporate, essential. You gotta tweak the euphemism. Nigga. You can't just be like, yeah, all poor people get it. No. Poor people just stole $36 billion of the money that they gave away to help motherfuckers. They're not very happy with all the poor people right now.
Guess what? If we wasn't poor, we wouldn't have stolen shit.
Yeah,
irony.
But
you know what I'm saying?
America.
Like, look, fam. I personally, this is how I feel. And this is all types of brown and black power. I feel like if you're black, brown, or Native American, and it's like, and I mean by brown, like I guess like Alaskan or like that Aryan, like Native American and shit, and like Mexican and below. Yeah.
Are Mexicans in Alaska?
No. I mean, I guess if they migrated there, but like it's not. That's like fucking above like Canada and shit.
Connected to
nigga?
Canada.
Yeah, connected to
you
Canada.
You the one said Alaska, nigga.
No, I said Mexican. Like I know that there's a certain type of like Native American and shit that's not called Alaska. Eskimo. Yeah, like in that area of Native Canada. Like I don't know.
West Coast and the South got a lot of little tribes.
Yeah, but anyway, if you're native to these like to this hemisphere and shit, and you know. The Easterners, the colonizers came over here and did what they did. And you decided like, yo, I'm going to steal a couple $1 million, a couple $100,000 from the government due to the fact that I never got my 40 acres, nor a mule, or no Bentley, or, you know what I'm saying? Or even a nice green Gucci suit. Never even got that.
You ain't even drop a bag off.
Not even a bag. A bitch can't even get a Birkin.
Nah, I ain't fucking Birkin. You could have dropped a bag of money, bag of dope, anything. You just didn't drop anything. I'm just saying, like, anything. You could have even gave me a brick for free. That would have made us up for at least a quarter of the promise.
Man, I could have been ready for that. Like a brick for free. You know what I'm saying?
10 bricks
like,
for 2 acres. Okay.
Like, Nigga, you
We
just
can
leave
do
me
something
two
with
there.
that.
Just leave me two. Like, just leave me two right there. No strings attached to it. We good. We didn't get that. So if you decided, like, yo, we're going to steal, like, collectively, we're going to steal a couple $1 billion worth and shit from the government because it's owed to us and shit. Like I said, if you're black, brown, Native American,
Funny how the government
from this
never feels like
hemisphere,
that.
then it's like, I don't feel that, boy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them.
Yeah.
It's old. It's old. You shouldn't have said you was gonna give off 40 acres in a mule. You ain't gonna give off one. Shouldn't have said it.
I mean, if that was a big deal, though, wouldn't we have stormed the Capitol before the whites? If we really gave that much a fuck, niggas don't want 40 acres in a mule no more. Niggas want 40 acres in a bag. Niggas want 40 acres in a bag. Nah, niggas don't want no 40 acres in a mule.
Nigga, I just want the bag so I can go get some shit to get me more than 40 acres.
No,
but
you definitely want the 40 acres.
I'm gonna get more than 40 acres, my nigga.
Yeah, but even if you don't, you want that 40.
I'm gonna get more than 40. I'm a gamble on myself, ass nigga. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I can look at something. If you give me a deal on something, I'm gonna look at it and be like, what's the one thing I can do without to get something else on that is available, a little bit more of an uptick, and then on the next way around, I'm gonna get what I left behind plus more.
Depending on the business, you can do that. Yeah.
You feel me? I learned from Dame Dash, nigga. This is like what we do. Dame Dash, Jay-Z, nigga, P. Diddy, nigga. Where I come from? Me. But anyway, like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I wasn't saying that just to go into a more Republican state of view or to drag this on too much longer, but I was just saying that just to say that, you know, I mean, it's not that it's poor people that shouldn't get it first. It's just that who's gonna rebuild when all the rich people die? You want the rich people to get it first to some degree, because then they can show it off and go, yeah, it works. Yeah, you should get it. Yeah. And then when they croak out and turn zombie, we can all, you know what I'm saying, cut their throats and go chill in their mansions. I heard Elon got a nice crib. Shout out my nigga Elon.
Elon has constructed his own vaccine. He is above you mortals. Okay, like him, his child that he has with that one weird artist that makes music, but I've never heard any. And yeah, like, and her, like,
Elon the type of nigga you break into his crib.
They got their own shit.
He the type of nigga you break into his crib, you ain't gonna find shit but the essentials, nigga. It's gonna be like a 32-inch flat screen. It's gonna be a gas stove, fucking ramen noodles. He gonna have some motherfuckers.
Does he eat meals?
He runs off oil for all I know. I don't know. Any
I know
he or something.
I could never see fucking Elon Musk like watching TV. Like what is it? I would be baffled probably by what entertains him. Like entertains, like it was something that
I feel like me and that nigga would probably like a lot of the same shows.
If he turned on Big Bang Theory and actually thought it was funny, I'd be like, wow.
No, I don't think that would happen. I don't think
it would, but if he did, I would be impressed.
I think he would turn on like, I'm not even gonna be that cliche. I think he would turn on like Dr. Phil and laugh at it the same way I laugh at it.
No, I think he thinks that's the most peonic. I don't think he would waste his time on such disintellect of the human species.
I can't imagine. I don't know.
There's a certain type of, even if you laugh at it, and I don't even think if you're of this caliber, but there's a certain type of people that really just sit in there and laugh at it on a daily, where it's just like you're just all out disgusting. Because
laugh at what on a daily? What I'm talking about?
At the Dr. Phil shit.
Okay.
Yeah, like because it's like at a certain point in time, you're actually consuming the information and what's being said in this shit, and whether you realize it or not, you're being brain fucked by Dr. Phil. And I don't think that Elon Musk, in all his genius, would waste such an intellect on being entertained by such fuckery and disintellect and classlessness.
See,
in actuality, a mockery to the human species.
I think you're overestimating Elon and you're underestimating Dr. Phil. That's what I think you're doing. Dr. Phil's show.
Well, I do think all those things about Dr. Phil, my person, but
I know I feel that. But Dr. Phil himself, though, is
I tell him to his face,
and I'm sure he'd be like, "Well, you're gonna feel that way, buddy. That's okay." And he's gonna keep walking onto his fucking yacht with Robin, and you're gonna be like, "Damn, that nigga got a yacht." And nigga ain't gonna give a fuck. But
yeah, in like 5 years, I'm gonna have a mega yacht, and I'm gonna run over his shit like, bitch.
I think that nigga has put together a show that is not only special in the way that it portrays psychology coming from the one and only Philip McGraw, but every single guest, whether it goes viral or not, it ain't always gonna be bad, baby. It's not always gonna be a little crazy white kid sledgehammering his mother and father to death. It's not always gonna be Orlando, whatever, from That's So Raven, wilding out talking about Michael Jackson as his father. It's not gonna always be that. But
that happened on Dr. Phil.
Yes. But at the same time, what does happen on Dr. Phil is on a consistent basis is that it's not so much about Philip as much as he's the sideshow. You kind of let the people there, the guests, do what they do. You let them talk about their story. You let them. It's Jerry Springer, but with class and actual science.
There is.
Because he's like an actual doctor. It's not though. It's not.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes.
It's not.
Yes,
they got the same cutscenes as Jerry Springer, the black and white with the shaky cam. It's the same shit.
If you compare the two, if you compare Jerry Springer, Maury, and Dr. Phil,
black and white with the shaky cam, it's the same shit.
It's just a different fucking camera system, nigga. It is they all probably shot in the same fucking studio, to be real. It's just they just all next to each other and they just switch off the people.
I wouldn't be surprised if Phil moved into that office. And I've been in that office. I wouldn't be surprised if they moved in that office.
You weren't in a a Dr. Phil office though.
No, I said I wouldn't be surprised if they moved into the office that I made it to, because of the other shows you've named are all shot in the same location. And I was in that office. So I would not be surprised if Dr. Phil's show happened to be partly done out of that office. They do a lot.
Same little office, you feel me? So
you're talking about Maury, Steve Wilkos, Jerry. They all come out the same spot.
It's a whole market, bro. You know what I'm saying? All in the same place. It just depends on how trashy of a person you are.
Yeah. No. Dr. Phil will take you if you trashy enough. If he can send you to the ranch, if Dr. Phil can send you to the ranch, he'll take you. But you got to be a kid trash, You can't be like an adult and trash, because then he's gonna tell you how much you ain't shit you are and send you to rehab, whether you want to go or not, so you can relapse.
How many people actually stay fucking actually healthy and not on drugs after being sent to rehab by Dr. Phil?
I don't have any exact numbers on it, but I'd imagine it's less than intervention from A&E.
So you're saying intervention has better recovery numbers
Probably.
than Dr.
Been going on longer or just as long. Been going on just as long. And I think there's more attention paid to the family. It's not so much of a show around it. I think there's actually more help there than like if Phil did that, he could probably have a higher rate, but that nigga got a live audience every week. So I mean, you know.
That's what we need.
Like,
we need the Dr. Phil
intervention crossover.
crossover.
Shout out to A&E, send the bag. A&E, send the bag.
And we know y'all got it too, nigga.
For
y'all
real.
Putting up shows
For
out
real.
of nowhere,
I can write something if you
it.
don't got it, nigga. Let's go.
Man, everyone think Netflix got the bag, nigga. Like, nah, nigga, go where the reality shows is at. That's when we got the bag.
You want to see where
They
that
got the
lit
fat
shit
checks.
at? And it's not
Man.
TLC. A&E.
Oh, and don't go to MTV neither. They do not have the fat checks. They have the okay. They have the okay
MTV
decent.
if you like 15. MTV is MTV appealing to like I wonder like if MTV is still appealing to teenagers the way it was, because every time I turn on MTV or MTV2 it's the same show from the other day. See the Teen Mom, Ridiculousness, or Tosh.0.
Ridiculousness and Tosh.0 still get played.
Tosh.0 still comes out with new seasons on Comedy Central, but they've also licensed out to MTV.
Is Ridiculousness still new?
I don't think so, but mad replays all the time. I don't think that one's
wow. I'm gonna say shout out to Rob Dyrdek for taking the opportunity to get a bag and just keep one. Like
no, that nigga always like since like 02. Boy, they kept a bag.
Yeah, like as soon as he's a prime example of I'm going to keep a bag. I'm going to keep a bag. Matter of fact, I'm going to retire from actually doing what I was supposed to do early and
something completely different.
A bag.
And keep doing that.
That requires no type of physical strength. None whatsoever. I can still wear hoodies and shit. And be like 45-year-old man. Like nigga, he has the life that is just straight up fun. And he goes out and gets the bag.
And even if it wasn't that fun before, it's nigga, we gonna pay you to go out and have fun with you and your mans and your cousin and go fuck with your parents and shit. So just so we can have a show, cause you cool as hell and everybody likes you. Like, all right, fuck it, why not? If I'm Rob,
by the way, can't mention Rob though without saying rest in peace, Big Black.
For sure. I'm still looking for the OG T-shirt. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm still looking for that T-shirt, bro.
Man, I wish I was a fat nigga because I would get a T-shirt and you know what I'm saying, be a fat nigga rocking. I'm mad you don't have a T-shirt, nigga.
I wasn't into buying merch when I was younger.
You letting down the fat legacy, my nigga.
I wasn't into buying merch when I was younger. Which is like the time you should. I'm not into buying merch now. So I mean, like, I guess that should be like the time you should be into buying merch.
You Stanley. How much I know you got a lot of Stanley merch. Kiss my ass.
I bought 2 jackets that I no longer know where they are, and they were 2 of my favorite jackets. It was a Relapse Jacket.
Of course they were
a recovery jacket. They were 2 of the most comfortable and best jackets I've
Of course
ever
they
had.
were to you, Stanley.
Don't know what happened to them, and lost them somewhere.
You let your bitches take them, Stanley.
No. If they did, they took that shit slick as hell. But I have no idea where those things are. Those were 2 of my favorite jackets. Other than that, the only M merch I've ever had is a Shady 15 t-shirt. That's it. Every time the limited edition, no, seriously, every time the limited edition and like the special edition and the one-on-one shit drop, I'm always broke. Every time it happens. And it's always right after I spent some money. It's always some shit for like $100, $200, $300 that's signed by Eminem. That's like one of 10 or one of 5. That every time it happens, I never have any fucking money for it. If I did have the money for it, I guarantee I would have one. But every time it happens, I'm broke.
See, I became like the fact that when I was in a band and shit, and that was like a thing, like motherfuckers was like wore merch, like from other bands and shit, from like classics and shit. Right. And that became like part of the swag. So it was like, for me, merch was like, if you like it, cool. My thing is, I like fucking like cover art. I'm not wearing another man's face on my fucking shirt. And it's not like an RIP.
My thing wasn't the face.
And I wouldn't wear one of those neither. I think that shit's corny. But
the name was always my thing. Like, I didn't want to wear a shirt. Like, I was always one of the people, like, I felt like it was better to have like my own shit. But if I didn't have it, I was wearing some shit of somebody I thought that was cool. But even to that, I ain't wanted to just be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I bought like some WWE merch, like that was some merch I used to buy when I was little. If I bought some WWE merch, I didn't want to buy a shirt that just said John Cena. I wanted some subtle shit that just had like just the emblem or like a picture on the back or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like just, it's a John Cena t-shirt. Like, I didn't like that.
Like, I am a fan of West Side Gun, but I would not, like, as much as Griselda merch comes out, I wouldn't want just a poster of West Side Gun in my verse. Like, that's weird. Yeah. But if we talking about like,
as
you have
an adult, that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. But if we talking about the Fly Guy, like cover art and shit, that shit's hard. Yeah. And it's not a picture of this nigga's just fake. Yeah, that's a dope ass album cover. Get it like a fucking frame to that. That's hard. That's an art piece. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is anyway, as a cover art piece. Like, that's what he planned on it. That's something different. That'd be something. Yeah. That's something I would wear as a t-shirt. I don't have one, but that's something I would wear. I'm not wearing like a nigga's face. I'm not a Stanley. Not wearing like, I would buy an Eminem shirt.
Like
I wouldn't want that nigga's face on a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it was the Relapse Jacket was the hardest because it had it had Relapse across the chest. It was a little zip up, and it had like the prescription RX on the sleeve.
Oh yeah, I remember those when they came out.
Yeah, that bitch was like $45, nigga. That was the best $45 I ever spent.
Even now, like with jerseys, with basketball jerseys and shit. Remember back in the day, niggas just like bought jerseys because they never seen this nigga play a day in their life. They just had the shit because it was like, yo, this the throwback. Mm-hmm. You know damn well you ain't a fan.
Don't even care about that player. Yeah.
Right. You know damn well you don't know nothing about no motherfucking Spud Webb, nigga. Like,
you just want to have on a throwback.
Right, just a throwback, you know what I mean? Just okay, because.
But who was responsible for that? Hov.
Yes. But today, I'm like, if I'm wearing a jersey, nigga, I really fuck with that player. I think that's probably in my top 50. If you catch me like in the street, yeah. Like,
I don't even know if it would be comfortable for you to wear a jersey these days.
And I'm only going, so long. And I'm probably going to going to a hooping event as like in a game or some shit, and that's pretty much it. Or like a party where the game is on.
I think I've said this on this podcast before, but I still got a Reggie Bush jersey from the New Orleans Saints. That should be a throwback. It's not.
Is it a stitch?
Maybe.
Or was it an iron-on?
I think it was a stitch.
Check it. If it's a stitch, nigga, that shit might be still worth something if it's clean.
I only wore it.
Frame that bitch. You gonna call that nigga Reggie. You need a job? Get him an autograph. You know what I'm saying? Get an autograph from that nigga. Frame that bitch.
I ain't got no money to pay that nigga. I love you.
You probably got OnlyFans.
I'm not like, subscribing to it, nigga. Fuck. Fuck if he does.
I mean, you the one to be on OnlyFans. Nigga. I'm just trying to give you recommendations. I'm trying to be like, yo, nigga, I paid $50 to sign my shit. I'm trying to get it framed.
I subscribe to bitches, and I'm fucking waiting for my fucking license to get taken care of, so the same bitches can subscribe to me. You understand? That's the only shit that's, for those of you that don't know, that's
gonna be a new type of itch, bro.
For those of you that don't know,
salute to you for being dedicated.
That's been wondering why I ain't putting nothing on the OnlyFans, and why when you go on the page it just say what it say. It's because I still got warrants out for my arrest, and I need to get my license updated. And my shit expired, and like, they ain't gonna pull up. They got like 20 something. It expired a while ago, so you know. Either way, point being, can't put out no videos till I get that together. So for those of you few ladies that watch this podcast and listen, dick coming at you soon. That's right.
Don't point into the camera when you do that, because I'm actually kind of looking at you when you do that now, because we're on Zoom and that's weird. Don't do that.
I'm not
point somewhere else.
You
point somewhere.
At the camera.
Point somewhere. Point somewhere.
Pointing at you.
Point somewhere else.
Not you.
Point somewhere else. Like Azalea Banks.
Jose.
Point at Azalea Banks. You know what? I can see you fucking Azalea Banks. I can see you doing it. I can see you doing it.
Okay.
I can see you doing it.
Not the first person to tell me that. And I'm not saying y'all wrong. I'm just saying that would end up probably in my first domestic violence case. Because if it didn't, and I'm not saying I'm the type that hit women, I'm saying she the type of woman that'll make a nigga hit you. Like, she's different. She's a little different. Like, and it's a part of me. I love, especially her little accent. Nigga. But I want to strike with a bitch at the same time. Like, I saw her looking at a video of Meg Thee Stallion talking about some, that bitch fat as hell. What the fuck? Bitch, you need to stop doing that. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? You little.
She went ham at Meg and Doja Cat, bro.
What?
I was like, what? Like, come on. All right.
Doja Cat damn near white. That little bitch from the suburbs. She don't. I just assume Doja Cat don't know no better. She just stupid in my book.
Yeah, Doja Cat don't know nothing.
Azalea know better. That bitch from the Bronx.
No, bruh.
And I do mean
Azalea Banks
because she's
the only person.
Don't give a fuck about
it's the only person that I know of personally to be.
And you know, I'm a dirty nigga calling you that. What?
Azalea Banks is the only person that I know of, I guess, in general, that's ever been kicked out of a Russell Crowe party. Russell Crowe.
How did that even happen? First off, we talked about that a year and a half.
She showed up with RZA.
Right. So how you get kicked out of a Russell Crowe party with the RZA? He's not trying to start a fight. So what are you on?
not without a sword there, nigga, and a motherfucking like what they call it.
Ain't nobody telling about no cosplay battles happening tonight.
The fucking like, the Buddha suits and shit. I know that's not what they call it, but you know what I mean. They're like he ain't going to war. Like,
I'm not saying he's not going to war. I'm just saying he not about to go to war for Azalea Banks.
No.
So what did Azalea say to Russell and or his guests, which I'd assume, knowing the little but a bit too much that I know about Azalea, what is it that made your ass piss either those people off, Russell off, or that set you off yourself to where you was like, and I'm sure somebody is going to use these last 2 minutes of me talking about Azalea Banks in the future for like to fuck me up somehow. But all I'm saying is,
well, at least I don't.
That's what I was getting to. The only reason I don't care is because
I will not hit a bitch. I refuse to. but I will mush you if you get too close.
Niggas, let me finish my point.
Like,
Niggas that know the type of chick Azalea Banks is, know the type of chick Azalea Banks is. It's not a compliment when I say I will fuck her and choke the shit out of her at the same time. But it is a compliment at the same time because, you know, I mean, she probably would like it and want it. I assume she acts out a lot.
She got kicked out of a Russell Crowe party, and she showed up with the RZA.
I'm not gonna say, listen, because I don't want this to sound wrong, and I'm really not, because I do like the girl, I really do. I'm not trying to say.
I know you do. That's your type.
I'm not trying to say it's not. It's not though. It's not. It is. It's really not. It's really not.
White. It's the like not white your type.
It's really not.
Straight up, it is.
The thing is, she's just
you like your fat pogs on like a regular day and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's you. And then you switch it up until you're Azalea Banks bitches. Yeah,
but not Azalea Banks though.
That's your MO.
Azalea Banks is a different type of chick. She'll tell you she a different type of chick, and maybe that's what I like about her. But the arrogance, it's the arrogance that kills it. But it also makes my penis firm. So I don't know all the time. Because I see her and I see her acting like a hood rat. And I love it.
That's every day.
I see her acting like a rich hood rat. And I love it. I see her acting like a bougie broke bitch or a bougie rich bitch that don't know nothing, and I hate it. But at the same time, I don't know if any record she's ever made constitutes the feeling. So is it the fact that she's that pretty and she's that cute to me, or is that my type? I guess. I don't know. I've come full circle on this that quickly.
District, I'm about to say it's your type.
I don't think it's my type. No.
She is completely tasteless.
No. Completely. She almost has too much taste for her own good. She the type of bitch you gotta spend $1,000 a week on. You can suck my dick. And I'm the type, maybe I'm the type of nigga.
You would if you had it. You know you would. You know you would. Don't fucking lie. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Three at the max. 3 at the max. 3 at the max. If I can afford to give you $1,000 a week, bitch, you getting 3.
If you was
Azalea Banks, you get
away $3,000 a week to Azalea Banks.
You getting 3.
You had it.
Huh?
$3,000 a week.
If I got $3,000 a week, that's what I'm making.
Like, no, I'm saying like you giving away $3,000 a week to Azalea Banks.
No, that's not what I said. I said 300.
Oh, if you got 1,000, you giving a bitch 3. Okay.
Yeah, 300.
You would give her 300.
Even if it was 10,000, you're still getting 300.
Oh God. See, you have no respect for her. That's all that is.
I don't know if she has respect for herself all the time.
She does not.
Right.
Or for anyone else. But
so why should I bet my money on that horse?
My overall question is this. Do you think that Doja Cat and Meg Thee Stallion
should be on the same record?
No, wait.
Ariana Grande?
Are less attractive than Azalea Banks?
I think Doja Cat is less attractive than Azalea Banks. I think Meg Thee Stallion is way more attractive than both of them.
So what you're saying is Meg, Azalea Banks, Doja Cat.
In that lineup, yeah.
Sick.
How? How? What's your 3 in that lineup?
I would never put my penis anywhere near Azalea Banks.
I like to take risks.
You do. I've learned my lesson. It's like, no. I've definitely learned my lesson.
I'm a risk taker.
No.
Shout out to D-Boy.
No, that's the type of bitch that's like, Like that be on some like you fuck her and it be on some real good shit on one night and you get her up the next night. She's like, nah, nigga, I ain't got time for you. Be like, all right, bitch, cool. For sure, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. No sweat off my pride. You know what I'm saying? You have a good one. It's all good, Gucci. And then the next thing, you know, this bitch hit you up like 6 months later, like, nigga, who the fuck you think you talking to? Finna hit me up like, yo, bitch, out of nowhere on a Tuesday.
Sorry.
Like,
I ain't mean it.
Like when you in the middle of answering emails at work, like, nigga, you ain't shit. Like, what the fuck?
Who is this?
Like, you should have smushed that cheesecake in your face. Like, oh, this is Azalea. Damn. My bad.
Now, see, that's the thing, though. Now, see, that's the difference, because I probably would text her back. We get into an argument, and then that argument ends in, what you doing tonight? And then she like, shit at the crib. And I'm like, all right, I'll pull up.
See, you got enough patience for that, bro.
It's not even the patience.
I got it in me, bro.
Man.
I ain't got it in me, bro.
It's the personality.
Like nah.
It's the personality, man.
Like, nah. Like, Azalea Banks is like.
Wait, would you put up with that? What if Ariana Grande was like that? You think I'm not doing that then, too? If Ariana Grande was way more, like, bitchy.
Ariana Grande disgusts me.
Blasphemy.
She has a body of an 11-year-old boy.
No, she does not.
Yes, she does. So.
Like I said, I'm an 11-year-old boy. No,
the fuck you looking at?
No, she doesn't.
That bitch is flat.
No, nigga, what 11-year-old boys are you looking at?
That bitch is flat. Fuck you mean?
Nah.
What am I doing with that?
I'm doing a lot with that.
That bitch is small and ain't got no meat on her and shit. This ain't tiny 4K.
A lot with that.
Like, nah, nigga, I ain't got nah, bro. Like, that's not my swag.
5'1", 5'2", 5 feet even.
But in the meantime, you would be in love with Azalea Banks.
No, I already told you. Ariana, she the type. Ariana Grande is the type that would Rihanna could like me, and I'd be like, oh no. Like Rihanna could be picking me over ASAP right now.
I would not endorse you to do that simply because you my homie. You feel me? And with you being a homie,
but if that was my only two,
I don't want to see you commit suicide or die. Like Pete
that
Davidson
might happen with either one. We talking about Ariana Grande and Rihanna here. That might happen with either one. If
Rihanna never drove somebody to kill themselves or to die incidentally.
I could see her fucking me up that much.
Now Rihanna has ruined a career or two.
Nah, she killed me before she did that. I'd be making great music on my way out, talking about how much I miss her, and it'd be in the tabloids, like, "Yo, would you please give him another chance? Like, at least go talk to him." And then it just pop up that I like drank too much one night and just died from alcohol.
That would actually explain. Like, if you ended up in a position like that and you came up out of it and shit, you know what I'm saying? That project would be corny as hell. Just like graffiti. That
but it'd be one solid song on there about Rihanna, and it'd be fire. It'd be that one Robin Thicke album.
I'm gonna judge the fuck out of you. You show up to like fucking Thanksgiving dinner with the bitch that licked donuts and then threw them at the motherfucking service, bro. At the barista. I'm gonna look. You know me. I'm gonna ask you like, yo, what the fuck was you thinking, yo? What the fuck was that? What made that shit okay?
First off.
What the fuck was wrong?
You can't be disrespectful to my girl like that. If I seen your girl licking donuts on camera, I wouldn't just be like before the wedding, hey.
Yes,
you would. Up with that? No, I wouldn't. I would wait until after the honeymoon to be like, you know, we all seen that shit, right? Because then it's a family conversation.
Yes, we would.
No, because then it's a family conversation. It's different.
Same. I'm gonna say, as long as my wife's been here, like it would have been anyway.
All I'm saying is, you can't ask her that until at least after I marry her. You can't ask her that when it's my first date. second date, third date with her, and
Nah.
I'm trying to impregnate her, and you gonna be like, yo, so what was
But
up with that one
if
time
you
you
bring
went
her
to the
around the
donut shop
homies,
with Pete? Like,
but if
what?
you bring her around the homies, I'm gonna homie.
No,
feel
nigga,
me?
she gonna never want me to bring you around her again. Nigga, she gonna be like, nah, is he gonna be there? Nah, that nigga weird. I ain't fucking with that nigga. Like,
I'm just gonna homie.
nigga be asking me wild, weird celebrity questions. Like, I ain't trying to be around that nigga. Like, all right, bet.
No, it's
I'll
an
hit you
honest to
up when
God
you
ass
leave.
question.
Like,
No, it's an
don't
ethical
do that.
question. Like, what the fuck makes you do that? Out of
The
all
same
things,
shit that
like,
made a lot of girls lick ice cream and toilet seats and donuts that year. Like,
fuck, no, that doesn't even make sense to me. That doesn't even make sense to me. Like some shit, like it matters. Like, all right,
I
if
think
you
it
get
was a
mad, like you
challenge
throw
on
shit.
TikTok
Like
or
some
something.
people like get mad, they throw shit, like a cheer, or they grab like a
It
fucking.
was a challenge. It was a challenge. It was a challenge. Everybody's
Shut up,
fine.
Shut up, bitch.
That's where you said. Where did it come from? That's where it came from. It was a challenge.
You know-
Either on TikTok or Instagram, it was a challenge where niggas was licking toilet seats, licking ice cream, licking donuts, licking cookies, licking deodorant, all types of shit. It was a whole thing, like 20, whatever year that was. It was like 15, 16, or 17, one of those. For sure. Because the girl that got famous for licking the toilet seat just had Donkey of the Day on Breakfast Club 3 days ago. Because she was the one that put out the rumor that Jeffree Star was sucking Kanye dick.
But Jeffree Star said it though.
No, it turns out that was just coincidence. That was what she used as proof of her claim. But she came out on TikTok and was like, no, I just make that shit up. I just want to see if you niggas believe it.
But he said it though.
Yeah, but he also said he had Lil Wayne dancing around in pom poms with a skirt on. So you believe that?
I didn't believe he was gonna be a coon 10 years ago. So yeah,
well, I mean,
possible.
I'm saying though, your first thought when you hear that sentence, you go, nah, probably not. Lil Wayne, and I believe Lil Wayne overdosed with a cheerleader with pom poms and a skirt on before he himself puts on a skirt and pom poms. None of this is on the
I don't
docket.
want to think about it neither way.
None of this has anything to do with what we were supposed to be talking about.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it either way. But yeah, nah. Like, but I could believe it though.
I could believe anything.
I mean,
I saw
Lil
Jim
Wayne,
Jones with a tutu on. So, you know.
I'm mad that you said it because I was trying to get that image out of my mind for so long. I tried to get like caught up in something else, like real shit. It's like, oh, he didn't say that out loud. All right.
I mean, there are dark corners
just 2
of
episodes
hip-hop
ago, I'm like, yeah,
turn,
I'm Jim Jones. And it's like, damn.
There are dark corners of hip-hop wherever you turn, sir.
Royce 5'9" wore a rhinestone do-rag. I mean, there were some bad times. The tall tee was not a great time neither. No.
Very embarrassing, especially considering how low the pants sag came with the tall tee. Not a great look. Quite ridiculous in hindsight.
You know what? Niggas
especially
look like
something to aspire to look like. Quite.
Remember
ridiculous.
how the Monstars looked when they got smaller again in their jerseys?
Yeah, that's everybody in tall tees with jeans on.
Yeah, like that's how niggas look too.
With a chain wallet. A Route 66 chain wallet, nigga.
And niggas had chains too, nigga. I did at that time. Like it was bad. It was bad. It was a bad look, man. It was a bad look, but that's
Yeah, I see those videos and I'll be like, I mean, I guess
But
that was an era.
our mumble rap era was way better than this past mumble rap era, though. Because our mumble rap era, niggas actually rapped. The songs were just corny.
That wasn't mumble rap. It was dance rap.
Yeah, but same classification, I guess. Comparison.
Nah. Dance rap is way cornier than mumble rap. I'd rather hear a nigga mumble than watch a nigga try to learn to dance and shit.
Yeah, but at the time, it was
especially
more
some
tolerable.
shit that's only about to be hot for like 6 months. It's kind of like ridiculous. And you be like,
yeah, it was
I learned that shit back when
at that point in time, nigga, the South was not losing. Like, they was winning everything, nigga. If it was good and or bad, it was coming out of the South.
I mean, I think you can still say that today. It's good or bad, it comes out the South. You just don't hear a lot of
the West been quiet. Midwest is always low key. The East is making noise, and that's only because of the North. And yeah, the South has been silent. Yeah, really. Because it was like
a lot more underground shit going on that you're not really factoring into that. It's a lot of underground niggas popping as Southerners. A lot of underground niggas popping as East Coast, Midwest, West Coast. Like, that's just like, I guess you would say, building a buzz.
Building buzz, but still, Midwest is still low, and always is low. Because when I mean low, like when it's
you mean
even
chart wise, they low.
When I'm saying like low, I mean like even popping period is never more than 2 artists at a time. You know what I'm saying? It's like it'll be like 2 big artists that'll be charting, like doing their motherfucking thing, whoever it is at a time, whether they legends or not, from the city or from the Midwest. And then it'd be chill. You know what I'm saying? Like for the most part, and everyone else does that little filler thing. It is not discrediting motherfuckers. It's just like who's making the most real noise. And like I said, like
you mean in terms of charts though, right?
Yeah,
you're talking
like
about
period. Charts. I'm saying it's music. I don't really care about charting. Like who's buzzing across? Like who's getting the attention from music that I listen to, which is R&B and hip hop.
I mean, who's to say who's bigger than who? As convoluted as shit is now, I think that's harder to say now than it ever was. Except for the standouts that you know when they drop, it's gonna do mad numbers. Excluding them,
I think
it's pretty even, and you either get a lot of streams or you don't, and you trying to.
But for 2021, I think the fact that I think last year was such a great year for underground hip hop and motherfuckers that really, you know what I'm saying, like make dope projects and do shows, but ain't selling out arenas. But they was because of the pandemic, niggas was really getting listens and like plays, and they streams was up. Like, yeah, credit yourself, pat yourself on the back, District. You know what I'm saying? Like, it made people realize, like, there's other music that's not on the fucking radio and it appears in your most cliche niche what you call them shit, playlists and shit. Like, it's not showing up in your niche shit. It's starting to can listen for it. You're checking for it now and shit. Like, if you didn't know, like, I know way more people who know who 38 Special is this year than they did the year before. 2018. Niggas were still making music. You know what I'm saying? Niggas were still making music. Niggas still making dope projects. But you wouldn't have known.
I mean, that's how it always happens, though. You get bigger as you release projects. If you make good music and you doing your shit right, yeah, you get bigger as you put shit out. But at the same time, if you're not doing it like that, or even if you are doing it like that and you trash, you're not going to keep getting the placements and working with the same people you're working with if you're not proving yourself to be better than that.
It's not the same corny niggas get the same fucking corny ass plays every fucking time.
I think that's only true if niggas is on labels or if niggas is friends with niggas. I think that's the only time.
Both.
I don't know. I think it's both. I think that's only, like, that's what I said. I think it's only time when niggas is friends with niggas or when niggas is on the label. It's both.
Like labels be playing this game all day, every day, all the time. So it's like it's not a surprise to me at all. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that shit has been getting more notice and shit, even for Bodie. I'm so happy for Bodie, nigga, for being on and being not the quintessential Detroit sound. And not being Big Sean, not being the sound of Royce, not being, you know what I'm saying? Like, he is that lane, you know what I'm saying? But him getting some notice to the city. I'm happy for that nigga on that shit.
I think he's
now it's time for y'all niggas to get y'all shit together.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I think he the first, like, especially with like kind of that description, I guess, because I don't even know. I guess maybe some people do think about it like that when they think about Detroit, but I think he's one of them niggas that did it that way successfully, and it's worked for a reason. And I think that's the way a lot of niggas get mainstream success. Even if you look at Vezo, nigga, that nigga's mainstream, but he's not at the same time. Like, that nigga signed to Motown. That is a real record label, historic record label, but they move a different way. So you can still move around the city.
When they push
when you a nigga like
shit.
that's a new. I think that's the first rapper they pushed is Vezo. Like, when you doing that, or the first rapper of the, let's say the last probably 10, 20 years that they've pushed, like, yeah, that's made a lot of a difference in terms of how that nigga's moved and the shit he's been able to do. I see that nigga popping up in more places in the city and mainstream, even though it's not as mainstream as it probably should be in some people's opinion.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like he has the lane. Yeah, I feel like for the quintessential Detroit sound, I feel like he and T Grizzly and Payroll are the three niggas that can do it. And I feel like anybody else who comes from the city, like, in my opinion, this is the way I look at it. And I could, like, and this is just me, just my opinion. I don't really give a fuck how other people feel about it. But my opinion is those three niggas can be the only three niggas, if I'm a rapper, to have that type of sound to get on. So whatever I'm going to do, if I'm an artist, is going to be completely different than that for sure.
That's what I was about to say.
Because
you can't really say that. That's not fair because there's so many other niggas in Flint, in Lansing, in fucking Grand Rapids, and Southfield, and all these other places that are relative to Detroit, and they get notification off or get notoriety off of motherfucker like a T Grizzly or a Vezo or somebody like that. A hell of a motherfucker. You end up getting still the same type of great music from a different perspective. So that's fucked up to just be like only three niggas can or should sound like this, and then that's it. But if that was the case, then niggas wouldn't be able to grow their sound. You got to be able to experiment with different shit.
Niggas' whole sound is even if it's that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like we
some niggas like to experiment out of the realm of themselves.
We talking about multiple
but the people
artists.
That do that, it's different.
We're talking about, nigga. I've been critical of this shit since me and you. Before me and you been homies. We talking about multiple niggas from the city, different cliques.
That's changed over the
Detroit,
years, though.
From Detroit to Flint, who have taken that same, like, and we all know what it is. The fucking same fucking piano scales, snares and bass. We all know what the fuck it is. Like, and we use that same flow, and I would call it maybe the Michigan flow, because it's like all Michigan are pretty much rappers who within that same cadence and shit use the same one. So that, like, the Michigan flow, give or take, you're making the same fucking songs. You just making different words. Like, it's not even niggas are being is creative with it, I would say, to try and like chop it and trying to like chop it, even trying to make it even more intricate.
I think you can say that about.
Damn, son. Like,
I think you can say that about some cuts. I don't think you can say that about like standout hits from those places that I named. If you're talking about a standout record, they don't really, even if it's from a nigga that makes records like that, it stands out for a reason. Even in Michigan, it stands out for a reason.
It may be the hardest song that you've heard already before. Right now.
Yeah, but if it's coming out of Flint, that's a different message, and that's a different feeling.
Made the hardest
if it's coming out of the east side, that's different.
Again, right now.
Okay, but listen, like I said, if it's coming out of Flint, that's gonna sound one way. Even though it might be the same subject matter and context, it's gonna sound a different way. If it come out the east side, it's gonna sound a different way. If it come out of southwest, the west side, the north end, it's gonna sound a different certain way. Ain't gonna be hard every time if it's a hit. But it's gonna be the same accent, the same subject matter, delivered in a different way. That hits. When they hit, nigga. You can't. Oh, that's with any music, not just Detroit music. When it hit, it hit. You can't tell me the coldest nigga on the east is the coldest nigga on the west. Whoever you think they are,
all the fucking artists that come out of all artists that come out of New York and fucking and Atlanta, I'm sure they have niggas that try and do Gucci Man all day, every day. But
there's niggas here that try to do that, and you can't blame a nigga for trying to blend styles.
Nah,
it either sounds stupid or creative. It just depends on how you do it.
Like. But that's what attracted me to Big Sean, like, listening to him. Like, when I was younger, it was like, yo, this nigga from the city. First off, he went to Cass Tech. You know what I'm saying? I was like mad bitches at, like, not when he was at Cass Tech, but, like, that went to Cass Tech when I got up on. Like, it was like, oh, shit. This nigga went to Cass and shit. Like, let me check this nigga out. And he didn't sound nothing like anything that I had heard up to that point. So I'm like, oh, shit, cool. I fuck with this nigga. It was already, like, out the gate, something different. Where it was at. That's all I'm saying. That's what attracts me to keep listening to you. Like, something different. The fact that Bodie described his music as saying, like, nigga, I make boring ass fucking, like, chill and roll up and just drive and just chill music and shit. Like, and music that just happens when shit, I'm like, they be playing when shit be happening in the background. I'm like, that's real. Because that is what he make. And it's like, hey, it ain't what you're accustomed to. It's not the quintessential sound. So shout out to Bodie. That's all I'm saying. And niggas that do use the quintessential sound, be creative. Stop jacking off the niggas' swag.
You do, be creative in it. Because if you ain't doing some shit another nigga doing, you gonna have to make that shit sound cool. If another nigga ain't done it yet, you gonna have to make it sound cool.
What's up with the fucking speaking while we own music and shit, finally. What happened with what's on that inauguration playlist and shit? Now that that's a thing.
Oh.
Like,
first off, fuck the playlist, nigga. You talking about the playlist? Nigga, that's Wednesday. We ain't even got to that yet, homie. I'm talking about they had my nigga. Hold up, they had my nigga Biden out here, motherfucking polo down, nigga, head to toe for the vaccine, and then you know what they said they doing for the.
Wait, what we talking about? Polo? We talking about Ralph Lauren?
I'm talking about Ralph Lauren. I'm talking about Polo by Ralph Lauren, nigga. The button up with the little weird collar, pony right there. My man's got the little. He had the button up, had the polo motherfucking golf pants on. I don't even know what. Think he had some Nikes on for the gym shoes. I don't even know, but he had all some sneakers.
I had to see what label that is.
It was regular. It wasn't black. It was the $75 boy. It was the $75 boy. It wasn't even nothing that crazy. But then they say for the inauguration, they gonna have them polo down in the tux. You know what I'm saying? Dipped and whipped in the Ralph Lauren.
Oh.
So, upon further
Tom
research,
Ford wouldn't suit them up. Where Tom at?
I mean, who really wants to fuck with that? Come on.
People don't fuck with Tom Ford no more?
He cool, but you know. Just because Hulk made a song about you, know what I mean? You the coolest shit out there. You got $800 soap bars, my nigga. Figure it out.
God damn.
Anyway, motherfucking Make a long
lie,
story short.
That Armani tux at my wedding felt really nice.
I bet it did.
That shit was nice. I was like, for real.
I think who was it? Jon Stewart. That nigga used to wear Armani tux every night for the Daily Show.
Oh yeah, like nigga, when it comes down to suits and tuxes now, I'm moving like nothing but Armani. I'm sorry.
See, I had on a polo joint one time. It wasn't bad. Had that on for prom one time, I think. That shit was like $1,000. Like I had that on for prom one time. It was nice. But
Armani swag.
Nigga. Yeah. Anyway, they say your boy Biden gonna be polo Lolo to the Flolo. You dig? Motherfucking playlist they gonna have for the inauguration, which is just. I mean, I know white folks was scared they was bringing niggas back with this.
Are we bringing niggas back?
But I mean,
and I know
Obama might be there. Whatever. He might not be there. Barack might be busy that day. But you said what?
There's a lot of Chloe and Haley, and I don't even know who the fuck they are.
Oh, Chloe and Haley are shit. We love Chloe and Haley over here.
You fuck white women. You would say that off the rip. So I'm not taking my advice from
Chloe and Haley are two black girls. So yeah. Anyway,
I listen to Griselda all year. Sorry.
Anyway, the music, which apparently can also be heard on SoundCloud, features music from, or the playlist for the inauguration, which will be an hour and 20 minutes, will consist of music from Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige. We're already really black right here. Okay.
Are we black? We black.
MF Doom.
Black. Rest in peace to the God.
Mac Miller. Rest in peace. Which, I mean,
Blackish.
I don't even know what record you're playing, but for sure.
Blackish, Jewish.
Tribe Called Quest. Can't go wrong.
We still black.
NERD. Can't go wrong.
Still black. We blackish.
Coda the Friend. Never heard of him.
Don't know that.
Burna Boy. African black.
Yep. Definitely black.
Destiny's Child. Beyonce.
Yo, we black.
Come on. And K Trinata. And more.
Does it really say plus more?
Yeah. Yeah, it says and more. I guess the and more would be Justin Timberlake, Lady Gaga is supposed to sing the national anthem. I guess Jennifer Lopez.
J-Lo's supposed to perform.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, as I said, Jennifer Lopez and Demi Lovato is supposed to perform. So, yeah. No, it's going to be very,
I wonder what Jennifer
cultural.
Lopez uses on her joints these days to keep performing.
Probably icy hot, like anybody else.
Nah, you know she above that shit.
Coracine, HBP.
I don't know. It gotta be a type of shot.
She Puerto Rican. She probably got high blood pressure.
You know she ain't eating that shit. It's like these days, nigga, she ain't been Jenny for the block in 15 years. Nigga, like, you
nigga, that ass ain't different. That ass look like it's still about 25, nigga.
That's because she eating up at Ruth Chris, nigga. That's on a lazy night.
Right.
It's like, nigga, like she, nah, nigga, I'm gonna say she ain't going to the Jenny she ain't been on the block in a long time. Long time. Long.
Ride this block anytime.
She ain't leaving you for A-Rod, nigga. They $1 billion plus. That's power couple money. She left Mark Anthony and was like, she had Drake. She could have pimped Drake. And she was like, nah, you ain't
That's
shit.
What I'm saying. She know that. So she knows she could leave A-Rod in a minute, and A-Rod knows she could leave him. And she, just because she Jenny from the block, might pick a real nigga like me. Who knows? She might be one of the few 30 listeners we got on this podcast. And she listens every week because she's obsessed with your boy. Who knows? And I'm Lopez still willing to get, hey, we can do it.
Would give you a stroke, young man.
No.
Yes, you die.
If anything,
well, not be dead, but you be like half a vegetable.
If anything, we don't make each other pass out.
I feel bad for your poor mother would have to push you around in a wheelchair because you were a vegetable, because you let Jennifer Lopez take advantage of you. And I don't have to talk to her And I'm about to be like, read shit to you on social media and be like, yo, this nigga said that and shit. Ha ha ha. Where you be like,
Like I said, if anything, at the worst, we both just pass off from coming too hard. Then we wake up and we go back at it again. It'll be all right.
she's gonna ruin your life. You saw what the fuck. See, Drake.
I'm fine.
Drake
what
was
have
going.
you not
Drake was
understood?
going through it.
What
Drake
have
was
you?
going through it.
Yeah, right. Even Drake was willing to do it. What have you
And he
not
was going through it.
understood in doing this podcast? That there are certain women out there that I will ruin my life for. What do you not understand about that?
Why would you be willing to ruin your life, bitch, Drake?
Because there are certain women like Rihanna, Beyonce, if she ever left Hove, Jennifer Lopez, Ashanti. You can go down the list. There's a few more, I'm sure, but that's just off the top of my head.
I can't even be friends with you if you fuck Beyonce if she left Hove.
Huh?
We can't even be friends no more if you fuck Beyonce after she left Hove.
What if she left him for me?
Because I know there's something coming after that, and it's gonna be coming for you. And I don't want to be nowhere near or associated with that when it does. Like, at all. When Tata and them niggas knock at the door, I'm be like, yo, nigga.
See, I say that.
Chain. I don't know shit.
I say that, and I am. It is kind of wild to say. It is kind of wild to say because I honestly don't think A, that would ever happen.
You can't even be a Hove engine now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that would ever happen, and B, I don't think if B did leave Hove for me specifically, that she would not leave me then back for Hove immediately. She would spend like 3 days with me and be like, nah, I'm going back to Hove. Nigga, this nigga, nah. I thought I loved you, nigga, but I don't.
Hey, like the whole you see. You
and that's another thing. I don't think I could do that to Hove. It's like if she, let's say Beyonce did love me. Let's say she was madly in love with me. Said fuck the kids and everything.
Not madly
in love with me, right? I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can accept that. I have to be like, look, you have a family. You can't do that to that man. He told you what he gonna do if you leave him. You can't do that. Nobody needs angry Hove anywhere. It's too much power, too much anger. Nobody wants that.
That's exactly why I said I have to remove myself from being your friend. Because I'm not willing to take.
And I damn sure don't want to be the target of it because I'm smashing. Yeah. I can't do that. I couldn't do that.
And like, nah. And I want my Rockefeller chain. And from what I know, St. John is in possession of the last existing Rockefeller chain, which tells me that I'm gonna have to fuck St. John up to steal his Rockefeller chain to get it.
Answer my question though. You wouldn't hit if Beyonce gave you the chance. You wouldn't do it, even if she left you back for Jay-Z later. If you just had that one chance, and you knew Hov would find out, but you had that one chance, would you do it? I don't know if I'd do it.
I wouldn't do it, and I know I wouldn't, because there's been plenty of moments in my life where it's like the moral set code like kind of clicked in, and I really wanted to, and it's like, this just ain't right. Like I gotta go.
And don't get it twisted, people.
But there's been plenty of times where I said, "Fuck it," and I've done it too. So it's like, I know in that moment, because of what we talking about, and because it is Hove's wife, and the respect I have for Hove, and the regime, and what he's done for history, and in my life personally, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I would be like,
What if though?
I'd be mad at myself.
Time out.
When she left, I'd be mad at myself. But it would be like, you know what? You did the right thing.
And this is the perfect would you rather. This is the perfect would you rather, because as you said that, you just gave me the fucking perfect would you rather for any hip hop nigga. Any hip hop R&B nigga.
Don't do it.
Would you rather?
Don't do it.
have a threesome with Beyonce and Solange, knowing it would hurt Hove's feelings? Or would you rather I don't even know if there's anything worse than that. Would I don't know. Would you rather would you rather be Kanye West? There you go. Would you rather be Kanye West? And we're back. Unstable connection and all. So like I said, would you rather, then we're gonna get the fuck up out of here.
I live amongst poor whites and get better Wi-Fi.
You don't though. I just have a shit computer. I fucking said, would you rather have a threesome with Beyonce and Solange, knowing it would hurt the family and Ho's feelings, or live your life as Kanye West up until from 2015 to now and in the future?
Like as I am being Kanye West, or
no, you're Kanye.
Like I'm just Kanye like West. Living Kanye's life. Like everything Kanye happens West. As it happens.
You're Kanye West, nigga. Yes. Or would you rather break up the family, have a threesome with Beyonce and Solange just because they mad enough at that nigga where they willing to let it happen and you the one they pick? And you know it's gonna hurt his feelings because they're gonna tell him, they're gonna record it, you're gonna have a tape and all. Or you live your life as Kanye West.
That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
I know.
Why it's a hard one? You know why it's hard? You know why it's hard? Because regardless of what would happen after the threesome, I'm calling Solange back, bro. So
it's like white men. This is a one-time thing.
Oh, I can't do it then. Can't do it. I gotta be Kanye.
Solange is married to a white dude. This is a one-time thing. They both just mad at their husbands and willing to break up the family for you. Just for a couple nuts. One night, nigga. One night.
Nah, I can't. Nah, because if it means that I un-Kanye after a while, it's like, all right.
No, you get to be you. You get to be Jose Ortega having this threesome, breaking Hove's heart. Or you have to be Kanye West.
That's what I'm saying. I'd have to be Kanye.
That's rough. That's tough. That's tough.
Loyalty over everything, bro.
It's tough.
If you put me
in
the same
about
position,
sucking, swallowing, and squirting, screaming, everything.
If you put me in the same position, or ask me the same scenario, and the spouses I'm fucking and belong to you and George, I'm like, nah. I'd rather be Ray J. Like, nah. I couldn't do it.
You don't know Hov like that. That's different. You just like
the influence. The influence on my life is present. Like the influence on my life, the way I conduct myself, the shit that I do in life, the way I think sometimes is like, nah, Hov wouldn't do that.
I feel it.
Yeah, Hov wouldn't.
I feel it.
I wouldn't have made it out the hood if I didn't have at the very least blueprint wasn't there, nigga. I would have been dead at 16. I'm keeping it in the pink.
Word to reasonable doubt, nigga.
American Gangster kept me street hood forever, nigga. There's 70 street knowledge in that shit that niggas don't even know about.
Is it bad I'm questioning it?
Don't you dare be disrespectful, Stanley. I won't have it. I will not have it. Stanley, don't you dare do this.
I want a whole verse. I really do.
Stanley, don't you dare. It's 2:05 in the morning, Stanley, don't you do this. You take this shit on the chin. I really want a whole verse.
I really, really, really want a whole verse.
First off, you already is a disrespectful fucker for saying that for bringing up the queen and the queen's writer and shit, all in the same motherfucking sentence saying that who in a scenario where there are threesome would be present. You, sir, are blasphemous.
I said one night only.
It's still blasphemy.
One night only in Houston, baby. You can't get this nowhere else in the world.
Blasphemy. It's blasphemy. You do not. There's certain things you just do not do. You just like, nah. I had the top.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying it to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, how hard of a choice is that for any other man? You say you haven't been presented with it in your face. If naked Beyonce and Solange just walked out of your bathroom into your room right now, they gave your wife chloroform and said, "We here to fuck you, suck your dick." You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna be like, "Hey,
no, I would have to run through these two queens like Mark Ingram out the door and scream Rock Nation. Like I would have to. This is like, no, this is not happening. I'm sorry.
The Rock.
He's like, get away. I can
word to bleak, nigga.
Because I know in those moments it's not just like I can just stand there and be like, nah, and try to talk myself out of this situation. The longer I stand there, it's gonna be harder and harder for me to back away from this situation. What if you run? Run with angst and danger.
What if that's how you had to earn your rock chain? You had to.
That's not how you get a rock chain.
Hove had to know if you would turn it down. Hove had to know if you would turn it down. Because if you could turn that down, you'll turn anything down for loyalty, nigga. Not that he would go that far in his logic.
I'm about to say,
way smarter than
that.
Nigga. But yeah.
When Emery got out like he was straight, nigga, that's loyalty. Like, what you mean?
Emery showed loyalty just by not saying nothing. He didn't have to get out to be straight. He said, "Do the time to be straight."
do the time. Got out. Boom.
So if someone's in B trying to give you the time.
No, nigga, I'll just go rob St. John for his. Easier.
If it works like that,
it's easier. Know. Yeah, I'm just going about it like that. I'm a businessman. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what's the easier approach? Do I get this Rockefeller chain by doing something quite blasphemous to my soul in every single way, or do I just go stick up St. John for his? What's he gonna do? Fight me?
Okay, I got a better one for you then. Then we gonna get the fuck up out of here. I got a better would you rather for you. Okay, we're gonna remove Solange from the situation because that's nasty. That's incestual anyway. Not that it's not something I don't think about all the time, but it's nasty, and we're not gonna involve that.
Pervert.
We're not going to
have no class.
Word to hope. Beyonce's leaving the elevator after Solange whoops his ass. Instead of hopping in the same limo, she hops into a cab, goes to the local Coney Island just because she's mad and it's Beyonce, she can do what the fuck she wants. You're in that local Coney Island. You get in the conversation. Do you act like you know it's Beyonce? Do you not? Or do you fucking get the number? Or do you fucking smash? Which one do you do? And if you smash, this time it doesn't hurt Ho's feelings. But if you smash, do you do that? Or do you still live your life as Kanye West, but instead of only living your life as Kanye West, you leave Kim for Caitlyn?
You got creative with that one. All right. There's a lot to break down. All right. If I had a choice, this is terrible.
Now, granted, this time Hov doesn't know, but if you live your life as Kanye West, eventually you leave Kim for Caitlyn, and you still have kids, so you have to explain that shit too.
This gonna sound so fucked up, but I choose to live life as Kanye and live Kim Kayla. You know why? You know why? Because that's exactly what the fuck smart Kanye would have done and should have done. So, and all in all, things turn out different.
No.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
No.
I'm with it. I'm Jesus Christ leading the Ezekiel's, nigga. Like that.
No.
I'm with it.
You can't be smashing a 60-year-old white man talking about something I'm about to say in the world, my nigga. Nah. That's not a good aesthetic.
Look, man, I had to be Kanye. Like, I'm sorry. I just gotta be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's B, nigga, and that's the Rock, nigga. Like, dog. Like,
now, you heard me say Hov wouldn't know about it, right?
I know, nigga.
But you heard me say Hov wouldn't know, right?
Loyalty, bro. I know, nigga. I wouldn't be able to listen to a whole record the same again.
I mean, might it make it a little more entertaining?
Look, fam. Same thing. Same
Bonnie
like,
and Clyde hit a little different after that,
like,
nigga.
I'll even put it in this respect. I'll even put it to you in this respect. For somebody I have not that much respect for in their relationship. If Janae Aiko threw me the pussy and shit, and it's like, I really don't give a fuck about Big Sean as a person. I think he's much of a pussy. But
now that nigga from your city.
Southfield. But let's say Janae Aiko threw me the pussy, right? Occasionally, Big Sean makes music that I enjoy. If I smash down Janae Aiko, I could no longer listen to a Big Sean song, anyone, even if it's good or bad, with the same type of listening power as I would have before. Because in the back of my skull, no matter what he says, if another 2088 came out, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, you know what? I fucked your bitch after Coney Island. And I'm gonna think that every single fucking time. And I couldn't feel
so is that what's stopping
thinking about
you
that about
Beyonce?
The loyalty part was
you have that.
Yeah. 444 don't hit the same if I know I hit B.
But you hit her after 444.
No, we talking about 444 came out after the fucking
nigga, I'm talking about you hit her like next weekend after a show type shit. Like
oh, definitely not. I couldn't do it. Isn't like no break up a happy home. Like
that's what I'm saying.
No.
I feel like that's the wrong thing to do.
It's completely the wrong thing to do. Especially because it's Hov. You blasphemous. You know what? Stanley, there's something wrong with y'all niggas. Y'all have no respect.
What do you mean?
You and all your stands, y'all have no respect for Hov. I don't know what's wrong with y'all niggas.
Well, you can't bunch me
it's
in
not
with
enough respect.
A lot of stands don't even fuck with Jay-Z, so you can't even bunch me in with them niggas because I'm on a different level with that, so you can't even fuck with me with that.
That's because most of you Stanleys were never cool at any point in time. Without anything, just being cool.
Well, you got to think when you talk about a stan, you're talking about really a specific type of white kid. Everybody else kind of fills in the blanks.
Or light-skinned kid.
Yeah. There's definitely.
Or really dark-skinned kid with glasses.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, there was a couple of those.
I didn't run into many of those.
I've ran into plenty.
I was probably the darkest nigga I know that likes Eminem.
No, I know a nigga that's like crunchy, dumb black.
And even to that, I'm not like that you're describing.
Special universe black. Like this nigga was black. Like I think his family was like from Uganda or some shit. But yeah, this nigga wore glasses. He was from fucking Lake Orion. And yeah, loved them in them. Loved him. One of the lamest niggas.
But you got to give him the foreigner pass on that. That's a little different.
No, he was from America. His parents from Uganda, nigga. Like, he spoke like regular English. He didn't speak like with a Ugandan accent at all.
Shit. Yeah, I believe it.
You know what I'm saying? People in Uganda listen to Tupac and NWA.
Like, the people in Uganda still think Tupac is alive.
Yeah, they seen him the other day gambling in South Africa.
Right. That's why
So,
they think he's alive.
Matter of fact, that's probably the most geographically wrong thing I've said probably on this entire podcast. I have no idea where Uganda is in comparison to South Africa.
I think Uganda is in South Africa.
Pretty sure it's not.
Hey Siri, where's Uganda?
One moment. Okay. Sorry, one more time. Okay, here's Uganda.
There's got like what extra things she got to do first before she answers questions. Like, goddamn, you need to train your robo-hoes. All your robo-hoes just like do not respect you. Like, none of them do. They take their time, do whatever the fuck they want to do after you tell them to.
Hey, sometimes you gotta take a second to read the data, nigga.
No. So
let's see.
That's why you pay to keep a fucking Ford Focus inside of your pocket. That's why. Shit.
Uganda is a landlocked country in East Africa, also home to the one and only Ugandan Knuckles. It is bordered by, or to the east, by Kenya, to the north by South Sudan, to the west by the something of the Congo.
Democratic Republic of the Congo?
Yeah.
Like, my God.
And
you
to
can't
the
even
southwest.
say Democratic. That's how Republican you are.
To the southwest by Rwanda, where Don Cheadle, and to the south by Tanzania.
So it's nowhere near South Africa. So I'm glad
East Africa.
Cool. Yeah, I'm like South Africa is actually in the south. And, like, you feel me? So yeah.
Sometimes you learn on the go.
So I was wrong, but I was right. But we learned something today.
Right.
Education. That's what we do for the people. Is that all we have? Because I want to get the fuck up out of here. I have a headache.
That, and I'm hungry as shit. So yeah, no, that's it. See you fuckers next week. We're gonna splice these 3 technical difficulties together to get you the episode you've been waiting for this week, you robo bitches.
And episode 140 coming next week and shit. Don't forget to stream all the dope musics on the DSPs, you know what I'm saying? That fly, that busy 9-3 shit, that motherfucking artwork, that AOS shit.
Oh, I forgot to do fucking, I meant to promote, do a little ad for Shawnzy, my nigga, the Detroit Shawnzy. Just came out with his new project, The Prep. Go check that bitch on all the DSPs. I wanted to tell you before the show.
I was going to get to it, but because I already seen it.
That was something we should review this week, but we're going to review it next week because I wanted to have a whole little clip for that nigga to use for promo. So we're going to do that next week. Review on The Prep and shit. So, yeah. You know Busy 9-3 on everything, bitches.
Yeah. Also check out, you know what I'm saying, IQ the Joker Relevance. You dig me. And check out, For Her, Crimson Alchemist. You dig. And also, shout out to all those motherfuckers from across the globe and, you know what I'm saying, that's fucking with us in all these different countries and shit. Whether you speak English or not English. I mean, some shit where they have hieroglyphs and shit. We fuck with you because you fuck with us. You dig.
Hey, if you can feel the vibe, you can take the ride, my nigga.
That. You know what I'm saying? Episode 140 coming next week. 10-2M. House of Spades Media. Non-Millennial Millennials Podcast. We out.
Peace.